Elvis is not going to come back from the dead and save your case. Hi, Larry Kaye, ShadowAnyone.com, and the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series, premium private investigator training from someone who's been there and done that. Please indulge me. Let me tell you a story. It's a true story. It's a little bit silly, but I'm going to tell you why it applies to us as private investigators. This was back in 1975, and Elvis was performing in concert. The concert promoter noticed something when Elvis performs, that he would have this scarf. He would wipe the sweat of his brow and throw it in the crowd to one of the girls and get another scarf, and he might go through 10 scarves a show doing this. The promoter thought, well, what a clever idea, and he bought 35,000 white scarves with Elvis' face on it, put them in the concession stands, and thought, I'm going to make a ton of money here. People are going to love buying these scarves. Could not sell one, just got stuck with 35,000 scarves and was out that money as well. So partway through the concert, Elvis sees that he's distraught and says to him, hey, what's the problem? And the promoter explains, I bought all these scarves, I can't sell them. And Elvis said, well, let me help you out with that. A little later on, the concert, Elvis stops. He says, I tell you what, stop, turn on the house lights. I can't see anybody out there. And he looks out onto the crowd and he says, I tell you what, I'm going to get a soda real quick. I'll be right back, but do me a favor. Go get one of those white scarves and wave it out there so I can see you guys out there. The crowd does this. They go out and they sell out of these 35,000 scarves. When Elvis comes back out on stage, they're waving the scarves. Everybody's got a souvenir, a good time. Actually didn't have even enough scarves. The promoter says, in hindsight, I wish I had bought twice as many. But here's the thing. Elvis saved this guy from this tremendous financial loss. That's not going to happen in the private investigation world. Here's the thing. Here's the key lesson. You know this, but I want you to bear with me here. You have to approach your case. You have to approach each situation as if you've got one shot at it, one shot only. I'm very explicit when I teach this in the accident investigation course I have online, and I only offer that to people who have signed up for my newsletter, and I don't contact. Thank you for signing up if you have. I know I don't send you very many emails. If I haven't offered you that course, please contact me and I'll see if I can. But I'm very explicit there. But even with surveillance and a lot of other things, you have to treat it as if you have one shot. Take your best shot at it. You may have a chance to go back later, say on a surveillance, if something fails, and go back later. But you really cannot be sloppy. You have to prepare properly. Make sure your investigation is ready to go. On surveillance, for example, I'll give you, the preparatory work is so vitally important. Do your homework, do a little bit of due diligence on the person that you're going to be following. Talk to your client, get the information you can, and fish out the other information. So if you're following somebody at work, try to find their home address beforehand. If you find the client tells you, okay, they're going to leave work early on Friday and they're going to go to a lake house, and you say, well, do you know where that is? They say, no, that's part of the problem. Fish a little bit with the client. Ask them, well, is it, do you know what county it is? Well, I don't know, but I know it's east of town. And that can be very helpful to you on a surveillance, because now when that person leaves work, you might have the feeling, okay, they're bound to get on the eastbound expressway to go out of town. Or you have their home address. So as they leave work and they start to travel, and you say, oh, well, it looks like they might be going home, and it allows you a little bit of an advantage that can help make your surveillance successful. Imagine for a moment you do know where they live, you figured that out, and you've taken a look at what if I have to watch them at that house. Now they leave work, they stop at their house to pick up a bag or pack, but you already know where you're going to set up to surveil that house instead of driving around being conspicuous. Again, it's this preparatory work. It's not the glamorous part of what we do. You'll never watch a TV show where you see the investigator spend an hour doing this kind of preparatory work, sitting at the computer or looking at maps or whatever it might be. It's just not the glamorous part, but will increase your success dramatically to do that. Just treat these things as if you do not have a second chance at them, and that is going to dramatically increase your odds for success. It's going to make your clients happy. They're going to come back to you again and again. It's going to make you more money. It's good all the way around. Good for you, good for the client, good for business. This is Larry Kaye, shadowanyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.